Oh.
Whoa!
We're livening it up.
Okay.
Welcome to the show.
Are we live or living it up?
We're living it up. To all the homies that be living it up. And not giving a, timers. Welcome to the show. On the phones over there.
Can you copy it for me?
Yeah.
She's gotta go.
Yeah, just, it's all good.
AOC, welcome everyone. I hope you had a happy festival season.
Professional over here.
Yeah, we definitely keep it professional, and we hope you stopped by the AOC tent and got you some Gatorade over festival time. Stayed hydrated. You know, if you were drinking the festival punch, of course, then
You need to hydrate yourself.
yeah, and hopefully, if you went to the festival, you didn't get shot. Ew.
Oh.
Yeah, some people are just lame and like party poopers. How about
Yeah.
that?
Just grab a gun and just shoot people.
Yeah, grab a gun and shoot people, and that's not cool. Because festival is all about the music. It's all about the culture.
It's love, baby.
It's all about the love. And so we don't need that kind of stuff happening down. So yeah, we're gonna talk a little festival tonight. We'll talk about some other things that happened at festival.
Isn't that strange how it cost a lot of money to... I saw a band that had like 15 people in it.
Thank you, Jacob.
Hey, Jacob, one question. Would it be all right if we could put on his phone, he has footage?
We'll get that after the show.
Oh, yeah, we'll do it for next time.
Yeah,
Okay.
next
Yeah,
time.
but email it to me, we can do it.
All
Yeah.
right, all right.
We've got some exclusive footage for you. Here, yeah,
Breaking news.
some breaking news indeed. So it is Higher Thought with Lek and
Hey,
Nene,
Nene.
and we're doing the dang thing. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes,
Cinco de
indeed.
Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. How about that? So the Cinco de Mayo, May the 4th be with you edition of Higher Thought. Festival just happened. Nene is engaged.
Oh!
Oh, she boo boo. Oh, she boo boo boo. Oh, she boo boo. Oh, she boo boo.
Exciting.
Yes, indeed.
Exciting.
So yeah, and of course there was some negativity on Saturday night, which I didn't really notice. I was long gone before then. So I don't know. Is like there gonna be more security next year at festival or
Is there a B.O.B. in your life?
a B.O.B.
Mm-hmm.
A Bob? I know a couple Bobbies and Roberts maybe.
Baby on board.
Oh.
is there a possible chance that there might be a B.O.B. or...
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
you never know. I thought B.O.B. stands for bag of bones.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
But we're not going to talk about that.
No.
So there's all kind of stuff going on. I guess we talk about like current events on the show.
Sure.
And, put like our spin on them.
Yeah.
And kind of make fun of them, I guess.
Yeah, we question things, and that doesn't make us bad people.
No,
You know
not
what I mean?
necessarily.
Like we just like to question everything, business, politics,
Surely.
you name it, and we're just questioning, and that's all.
Well, and we're questioning you, Acadiana, because we'd like you to call in 366-8950. This is basically like a TV version of a podcast. I guess I better grab the phone real quick. We still got the curly cord, plugged in.
Yeah.
Anybody still got their landline out there?
Yeah.
All right. 15 missed calls. All right. That's where all the calls have been.
That's it.
So, we're just getting settled here. You know how we do,
Higher thought.
Just getting to know you session. Higher thought, breaking the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we do here.
Yeah. We break the ice and we make drinks with them. So, what else is going on there, Chris?
Oh, it's a full calendar coming up. There's lots to talk about. Lots to talk about. Did you know that they repealed and replaced Obamacare?
did
It
hear
passed
that
through the
passed.
House, but it's got to get through the Senate. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, I mean, and who really knows if it's a better version of the Obamacare?
Yeah, I haven't-
what is it called? The American Affordable Care Act? or
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. I mean, I guess I mean, it's like 1,000 pages of documents as far as what it actually is. So, I mean, I'm not a big fan of. The government really running healthcare. You know, I
Right.
mean, I think it should be more of a privatized industry.
Absolutely. Did you sign on to Obamacare? Just curious.
No, I mean, my 1095 was blank,
Oh, all right.
pretty much. So,
Well, it's a big deal, you know. We'll see where it goes, but repeal and replace. So I mean,
well, pretty much it passed through because there's a Republican House, you know. And,
that's it. That's the only reason. And
because no Democrat voted for it.
that's right. And 5 Republicans were absent, or something like that. Like,
Right, they didn't want to.
They didn't wanna-
want to be tied to that.
Yeah.
like nope. I'm trying to have a political career in the
Yeah,
future.
exactly.
you know,
It's
so
like, all right. Well,
I don't want to be tied to that.
Let
Like,
me
I did not show up to vote that day. I did not vote for that act.
Let me stay away from that one.
Right.
That's a hot.
That'll be like whoever's running for president in like 20 whatever, like 2024 or whatever.
Yeah, we need to look at those 5 people and see, you know.
That's your Manchurian candidates right there.
Yeah. I thought that Speaker of the House, is it Matt Ryan?
Paul Ryan.
Paul
maybe?
Ryan.
Yeah, Matt Ryan is the Falcons quarterback. Well, speaking of Atlanta,
Yeah, what's going on in Atlanta?
July 2nd, there's gonna be stuff going down.
Historical
in
event.
the Atlanta area, historical events. More details to come later.
All right.
So,
Good one.
yeah. Just kind of
That's
like a
clever.
little ticker across
That's clever,
the
yeah.
bottom, right? Let's see. I also, while we're talking about Trump, I got a couple other Trump things. Trump loosened school lunch requirements. So, you know, that was one of Michelle Obama's things was to, you know, try to get kids to eat healthier. which
Salmon and,
ends
yeah,
up being grosser stuff. And
asparagus,
and they
maybe.
really get small portions, too.
They do.
Like it's like not enough to fill you up. You look at all these other countries, and they serve their kids like a healthy plate.
That's right.
But it's like,
You need enough energy to get you through the day, especially when you have to activate your brain work.
surely. And I mean, I see it every day. These kids don't really like. Well, they like some of the lunches, and they tear them up. You know.
Yeah. But
So
does the lunches make you higher thought? No.
well,
They do not.
hopefully, it gives them brain energy. You know. So.
Well, it doesn't, because there's not enough of it.
Well, I guess they're pushing to make school meals great again,
Okay, there we go.
because they used to be great, but they're not great anymore. So
No,
we-
I remember my school lunches being pretty great.
Well, there were a few that I liked. Always chicken nugget day, taco
Oh,
day.
yeah.
Let's see.
Pizza with fries.
The pizzas were good. The fries were good.
Mm-hmm.
I even enjoyed the meatloaf and mashed potatoes, and I'd always burp them out and like blow them in my friend's face.
Meatloaf
The
and
meatloaf
mashed
burps
potatoes.
were pretty brutal.
Gotta love that.
Yeah, meatloaf and mashed potatoes. Like
I was a Sloppy Joe fan.
Sloppy Joes. Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe. Sloppy.
Sloppy Joe.
So yeah, there's that one.
Spaghetti was good.
Well, now the school that I kind of go to or work at, whatever, they have chicken stew, which is really good. It's like basically
stew.
rice and gravy, and they do a chicken and sausage gumbo, which is really good.
Nice.
Um,
I never got gumbo in my school.
the burgers are pretty whack though.
Yeah.
Their bread is whack, is basically what it is.
All right.
So, anyways, let's see. He's also pushing for school choice, and basically to where you can like pick your schools rather than having to be forced to go to a certain public school depending on where you live.
Oh, I got you. With all this stuff that's going on here in Louisiana, where they are rerouting you to a different school, like say
Different
Como.
school zones, right?
Yeah. So he is against that.
Well, I guess he was pushing more for picking your own schools rather than, being forced to go to a school based on where you live.
All right. Well, I mean, that seems fair, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, and especially if the education system's moving more towards the charter schools and trade schools and the privatization of
magnets.
education, because the
magnets.
government has failed the education system. And, eventually the people need to take back their kids' futures, and educate them properly.
So maybe he's given up the federal stuff and letting the state take care of it. Is that basically?
I'm not necessarily sure. It was kind of a browse, through the article.
I got you.
Let's see. Also, Christians are now able to engage in political activity, and it's the Religious Liberty Act or whatever. And it basically gives them the right to talk about politics in church and endorse a candidate without having to pay taxes still, because that would get rid of their tax exemption if they said anything political.
Wow. What happened to church and state and the divide?
Well, there is a divide between church and state, but that's not to say that certain churches can't endorse political candidates. That means that basically the state can't get involved in the church.
Okay. So now the church can reach up into the state and politically endorse.
Apparently so, and
All right.
and it seems most Christians at least tend to vote Republican. So that's basically, I guess, more people preaching that kind of message. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. That's
Just going
interesting.
by statistics here. I'm
That's
not
interesting.
saying you're Republican, Acadiana, because I know I'm not, but I'm not Democrat either. I'm an American, baby.
Don't forget to call in. The number is 366-8950. And then you're going to have to press 2.
950.
You're going to have to press 2.
And then press 2.
Yeah.
Peace, man. The French are also having some elections going on.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
I mean,
I guess it's a runoff between...
Le Pen or whatever it
Yeah, I
is.
got Le Pen and Marchand.
Yeah. You should talk about that because you have a French background.
Yes, indeed.
His last name is French, so.
Well, I'm by no means an expert, but Le Pen seems to be far right, is more of a populist, and would be the first female president, I guess. And Marchand is more left. That's
Okay.
all I got.
Kind of like Donald Trump, he's a nationalist. That's how I call him, a nationalist. But a populist is, I don't know. Le Pen, maybe? I don't know.
And it seems, but this is really kind of happening all across the world, where there's just extremist left, extremist right, and they're kind of butting heads with each other against and it's
They
just
don't
like
agree upon
divide and
nothing.
conquer all across the world.
Don't agree on nothing.
So it's like we're
It
gonna
does
have like
seem-
a world civil war.
It does seem that way. Yeah.
Everybody fighting with each other,
Exactly.
just blow each other up.
Well, let's not say that.
Let's just not say we did. And also, over in Europe, Prince Philip stepped down, I guess.
Come on.
Upon some scandal.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, he ended up stepping down. I guess they had some dirt on him.
How do you step down? I mean, how does that happen?
I guess
You-
from his political position, or
You denounce your
Yeah.
DNA?
I'm no longer a prince.
It's like,
I am now a pauper.
yeah, I'm one of you now.
So
I'm just a citizen. Okay.
some crazy stuff going on over in Europe.
Yeah.
You know,
What's up with that?
I don't know, some in the croissants. Venezuela. Have written an anti-capitalist constitution. You know, so I guess they're more communist, more socialist, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean,
They
capitalism.
have so much natural resources, and yet they're so poor. It's really strange, you know. It
Well,
doesn't
right.
make sense, you know.
Well, and I mean, I guess the argument against communism and socialism always is that, like, there's no drive to want to succeed when everybody gets the same, you know, like the person that works hard gets the same as the person that doesn't work hard.
I got you.
So, and that's the point of capitalism, you know, is basically the harder you work, the more you get. But it just doesn't work out in that there's greedy people in capitalism, and it only
The
ends
more you
up-
get taxed, the harder you work.
Well, that's true, but it's just like the richest people pretty much, you know, have all the wealth. Like the bottom 80% of the population like fights for only 7% of the wealth.
I
According to some
understand.
data
I
read,
understand.
you know.
Yeah, but
So we're poor. You know, 80% of people are poor.
80% of people are poor
Yeah.
in this country or around the world.
In this country.
Wow,
We're
That's-
fighting for 7% of the entire currency that's out there in America. And then, like, the richest 1% of the population has pretty much, you know, like, about 50% of the wealth, you know, and that number keeps on growing.
Yeah, but you're forgetting about all the welfare and amenities that are just like for poor people.
Surely.
You know what I mean? Like that. It's a trickle down effect. And
But
that-
there's not much trickling going on.
well, I mean, they're getting taxed harder. You're 25% taxed if you're the 1%. So, and then it goes down 15, and then it goes down
That's chump change.
to nothing.
You know, where most people are just scraping to get by. They live check to check, you know?
If I'm making $1 and you're taking a quarter from me, you don't think that's like,
Oh, sure. Well, I
I mean,
mean,
that's
we
hard.
get taxed a fair percentage too, you know, and I mean, with inflation, it's like wages don't go up, you know, we're not making more, but everything sure as hell costs more, you know, so, I mean, and you're going to tax me on, you know, this inflation that you have in the current, like that basically everything costs more, and you're taxing me more, but I'm not making any more.
yeah, but your tax money is helping the poor with their welfare, is what
And
I'm
there's
trying
more
to say.
and more people, and they're not even legal citizens, a lot of them.
Yeah.
So, you know, and that's a problem that I think a lot of Americans wanted to address, and I think Trump had the strongest stance against it.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Over 300,000 jobs already, you know, in the first 100 days. So, I mean, that's pretty good.
right, and it's I guess hard to see what's good and what's bad. I mean, I'm sure he's having a lot going on right now, and there's probably and you watch more of the news than I do, so
Mm.
you'd probably know better. Let's see, Google got in trouble with some stuff.
Uh-oh.
I guess.
They were watching porn, and
Oh, wow.
and so like they would kind of like do
Watch
a,
me watch porn.
they would kind of do like a winky face at you or something like that. And like they're like, I know you're watching porn, just letting you know that I know you're watching porn. Something like that. Is that what you're talking about?
Dang. Well, yeah, like I saw some like basically some about a spam.
Yay, we got
Hey,
a call.
a little call ski. Hello, you're live on Higher Thought.
Welcome.
How are you doing, Nay?
Pretty good. How are you?
Nay.
I'm doing very well, and how are you doing, Chris?
Yes. Well, you can call me Lek. Yeah.
How are you doing, Lex?
All right. This must be my aunt calling.
I'm not for sure.
What is your code name?
I will not tell a lie.
Welcome, welcome. What's on your
Sure.
mind?
Oh my goodness. Well, you know I've got the gift of gab, so I figured I'd give Chris and Nene a call today and talk about all these political thoughts in my mind.
Woo! Watch
Awesome.
out, don't get too far down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, because we'll go down there. We will.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, let's see. I got a whole list of stuff that I want to talk about, so I just wanted to get y'all's higher thoughts on all the matters.
Nice.
All right, well, what's on your mind?
Okay, well, first you were talking about the school lunches, and I actually used to work in the cafeteria years ago, and my favorite lunch was rolls. Oh, I love those yeast rolls, and of course the turkey, rice, and gravy day.
Oh, definitely. I was a fan of that day as well. And the rolls were much better back then. And now they go with the wheat for everything.
I know, they just really took all the carbs out of it, didn't they?
Yeah. I guess in attempts to help us eat healthier. But, I mean, you should have that choice of white bread versus wheat bread.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, I think a little bit of fat doesn't hurt anybody.
Sure.
As a matter of fact,
Especially
I
if they
think
get
we
some
have too
recess
many
and
different
exercise.
additives in the food categories these days. You've got dyes, you've got colors, you've got, let's not even talk about the hormone that's in the meat. you know,
GMOs, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, so-
Genetically modified food.
Exactly. And then they wonder why we're having all these huge kids coming up, 6 foot, 7 foot tall, you know?
Well, hopefully they can learn something about nutrition by eating the school lunches, you know, because a lot of parents don't necessarily feed their kids healthy meals. You know, they take them to McDonald's for dinner, you know, and so
True.
it's like at least they get some healthy stuff from school. Not that they eat it, you know, they usually throw it away and then
Yeah.
just like pick it and whatever else they got.
Absolutely. You know, I go to McDonald's sometimes, and it's bad for you. And
Who doesn't go to? Billions of people go to McDonald's.
I know, but you really shouldn't. So
It's actually
Well, I do know that whenever I lived in town, I moved out of town and raised my family in a small community just outside of a place called Pineville, which you're probably not familiar with.
in
But,
Sinlaw.
My daughter actually, when she went to junior high school, she had to be segregated, you know. So some of the meals that she got in the inner schools wasn't what she was used to having. Like out in the country, they had all this great country food, like lots of vegetables, cabbage, corn, you name it. When she got to the inner city, they were feeding her more like a lot of the pizzas, sloppy joe, macaroni and cheese, hamburgers.
yeah, I understand, but it really is strange to me that someone can actually poison your food and then feed it to you. So, like, I'm not saying that you knew about it, but you know, these people know what they're feeding these kids, and so it's
Yeah.
it's really mind-boggling that the government can do this to a child. And
Yeah.
so,
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, who knows what they're putting in the grocery stores, right? Got all kinds of people that you've got to worry about. I think I've seen something on television where there was a guy walking through a grocery store and he had like a spray bottle in his hand and he was misting things
oh
over
Lord,
all of the produce as he was walking through, you know. And
yeah,
right now we have so many regulations on everything and it's costing us a lot of tax dollars because they have to put all of these extra seals and to keep people from, you know, causing
Yeah.
us harm, bodily harm.
But at least in the grocery store, you do have a choice. You can walk down the aisle and buy. And these kids don't.
No.
You know what I mean?
So more rice and gravy and turkey days is basically what we're saying. Make school lunches great again.
Yeah,
Nice.
I agree. We'll have to go and start voting on a menu. Plan of action.
What else is on your mind?
Okay, the other thing that's on my mind is y'all was talking about Trump and, of course, the big Korean crisis that's going on. And I will have to say I am a Christian and I am Republican as well. And, you know, I voted Trump in. I am a Trumpee. I agree that we should not have internet privileges with people that we are at war with. I agree that we need to have more American-made products and sell it lucratively to other countries. I totally agree that it needs to be a lot more jobs for American people here in the United States. And I don't think that we should be policing the world. And I also think that if you are American, you should act like an American and be an American and not try to infringe your political views or your religious views on our people. So what do you have to say about all that?
Well, it's a brilliant statement. Do you remember when you would put your underwear on and it would say "Made in the USA"? Do you remember that?
I think it was always in Japan usually.
Absolutely. T-shirts, yeah.
Yeah, it would say "Made in the USA," and I just don't see that anymore. It's hard to find.
Made in the USA.
So yeah, I agree. I agree with your statement. Definitely do.
I overheard that they were like taxing a lot of merchandise that was coming into the country, large amounts of dollars, and then what was going out, we was not getting anything at all on. So, but I think that Trump's gonna, get that in order, and I think that we are gonna have a lot more jobs become open. But
We can only
one
hope.
thing I guess
We can only hope.
Yeah. I guess the one thing I wanted to talk to you most about, not just what I stand firm on, but this thing that's going on with the Korean crisis. I mean, what are y'all's views on that? I mean, I think that if I had a next-door neighbor that was messing with missiles or what have you, I definitely think that it should be a UN thing and not a United States thing. What do you think about all of that?
Well, we're messing with missiles. Is the UN going to deal with us?
Well, I think that we all have a policy in place that we have to comply with. And whenever we're not complying with the policy, then of course it's going to send up red flags. I don't think that we ever just send a missile off or a satellite into space without complying to the rules and regulations of the world. But I think this guy is basically just doing what he wants to at the drop of a hat, and he's got everybody really worried that he's going to do something. So I believe wholeheartedly that the UN should step in, which is a collaboration of many different people around the world that say, this is our policy and you have to follow this procedure, and if you don't comply to it, then you have to deal with the United Nations. I don't think that America should go into another country and police it and say, hey, you have to comply to our rules. We're a free country because of our liberties, because of the people that have served wars, that have made, a lot of great regulations on our land to free people, to comply to different things in the North and in the South. So what are your thoughts on all that? That's basically
Well, I mean, look, we just Did we go through the UN to shoot a missile into or to bomb Syria? Did we go through the UN to do that? No, I don't think so. But this guy is crazy. This North Korean cat. He's just a young little dude, and he's short and everything. And I think that he is crazy, and the people that are under him are crazy too. I think we have to act in some sort of way, and I think us letting China delegate what's going on is a good step. I don't think that we should go in there and start attacking, in no way. But China is like lifting, like things like stopping all the coal and oil that they're buying, and North Korea is becoming poor, and I think that's a good step.
And that's basically my take on it. When you look at the North Korean army and the pictures that they show, it's like they're wearing like gears from like the old Iraqi war, like from the 90s, it's like, the old Super Bowl T-shirts that like of the losing team and stuff,
Old GMC with a missile
like
sticking out.
Ray-Bans, and so, I mean, like, it's kind of a joke, and their little missile attack failed, which a lot of people say that they shot it down, like our little satellites.
There was a cyber attack
Yeah.
against that missile.
Right, exactly, and it failed. So, I mean, we're way ahead of anybody in the world. We got basically, we're the UN military. We're the world government military, and we're the military hand that's suppressing the rest of the world.
Yeah, I mean, when we bombed Afghanistan just now.
Which that's all about oil and, control over the Middle East and land and, basically the pharmaceutical industry's making a hoot over there, the opium fields, So.
And also copper. Don't forget copper.
Yep. All the
Uranium.
precious metals. So it's, I don't necessarily think it's become to where, like, I don't really think there's very much sovereignty towards countries. It's like just everybody's out there for money, and it's like corporations are the countries now,
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
all about money. Everything.
Yeah, I know. I was really upset whenever I seen that it was before Trump actually came into office, and they said that a lot of the artifacts from Jerusalem and Saudi and Syria that was bombed during some of the war crises were being sold via internet in order to fund this big, huge problem, ISIS. And so they were using some of those artifacts, selling them to people in the United States, and then using that money to buy weapons.
To get weapons, yeah.
To harm people in the United States. And I think that is so wrong. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's piss poor.
Don't mess with our people, of course.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of that stuff that's going over there is staged. I mean, it's like, CIA infiltration into other governments and like over the media and basically, having these false flag attacks and, just trying to scare people into wanting to go into war.
Yeah, I think so. And I think him trying to, they said on television that he's pretty close to significantly getting a missile that can fire correctly, but he's like not got it all the way. He hasn't connected all the wires the way they're supposed to be. So I think that there should be some regulations. And I know that we are basically like the UN, just like you said, and yeah, we did go in there and set off this missile, and it did completely annihilate a lot of people in those honeycombs underground in Syria. I realize that, but look what they were doing prior to that. They were using their own people to test things. Like
Yeah, but
medical things.
North Korea is not part of the UN. They're
No,
communists.
they're not.
Look, caller, we normally give 15 minutes to each caller, and we love you very much, and thank you for your insight.
It's real quick, Aunt Cadlick. Stephen Hawking says that we must flee the Earth within the century. So you down for going to Mars or what?
Hey, it's going to cost me $2,500 to get a ticket.
Probably a lot more than that. Like try like 25 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, only the rich people are gonna be able to afford that ticket.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank y'all for your 15 minutes.
Oh, your 15 minutes of fame
Yeah.
are just about up though. All right, we appreciate the call. Thank you.
Please call back.
Thank you. Nice to talk to you. Bye.
All right, bye.
See, that's what happens when you call into Higher Thought, and we have a good time. And look at this, we got another call. How about that?
Yay!
Hello, you're live on Higher Thought. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I have called before. The lady before loves Trump, but listen to what Trump did. He said he loves Andrew Jackson, but he was a peaceful man. He was going to stop the Civil War. He was against slavery. Andrew Jackson died 16 years before the Civil War, and Andrew Jackson only owned over 100 slaves. Now, do you trust him?
Do we trust who? Trump or Andrew Jackson?
Trump.
Oh,
You can't
no,
get
I don't
facts
trust
right.
Trump.
No, you never trust people you don't really know. I mean, I don't.
Oh yeah, I mean, like trusting a politician, like that's kind of a conundrum within itself.
Which he just became a politician. He was a businessman.
He don't know nothing about politics. It's like a 5-year-old child.
Well, so I guess you were more on the Hillary bandwagon, or what?
No, I wasn't on Hillary.
No, he
either.
was Bernie.
Bernie,
No, I
or
wasn't up for Bernie either.
Gary Johnson, or
No,
Green Party?
no.
None of the above.
One
I
of
was
the
for one. Rand Paul.
Rand Paul. Ah, okay. Well, yeah. Who was in the running for?
I voted for Ron Paul.
Ron Paul back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, that's the only ones you could trust. The one that tells the truth, like it's Ron Paul and Rand Paul only.
Surely. So, would you say you're a Tea Partier?
Not really. I'm more like conservative, I guess.
More conservative, and I think a lot of Americans kind of feel that way, and they just don't necessarily. It's hard to find the label in all the different political parties, I guess. Because it definitely seems as though more people are centrists, whereas the Republicans and Democrats have really gotten like way extreme in their left and right views.
Yeah, it's just like Jefferson, he was against moonshine, and he had the biggest distillery they had.
That's
He was
true.
into that moonshine.
Well, that's how it goes. Only the rich get fed, right?
Huh?
Ah?
You break it up.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, let's see. Miley Cyrus quit smoking weed and putting on nipple pasties. She says she wants to be clean and sharp. So, are you a Miley Cyrus fan?
I don't think so, man. I'm 60 years old.
Okay, well, how about Billy Ray Cyrus? Don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart. I just don't think you'd understand. Sorry. You were saying?
No, go ahead. Don't make fools of yourself.
Oh, well, that's what we do. We're on TV. Let's see. Facebook has almost 2 billion users, and 1.28 billion of them use it daily. Are you a Facebook user?
I like to be a Facebook breaker with a big sledgehammer. Give it to Miley Cyrus and let her do it.
So you're not a fan of the Facebook?
Not at all.
Well, I thought the baby boomer generation was getting, like, they were going with it. Like,
The
Facebook was
millennials?
their thing.
Not.
Okay.
That's all about drama. I'm not into drama.
I agree with you there. You gotta just click the unfollow for a lot of people. But
Yeah.
it's in the news that they hired 3,000 workers to review people's posts with hate speech, crimes, and harming posts. So,
They've been doing that. That's how a lot
Of
them
course
getting
they have.
arrested.
of course they have. And, I always tell the young ones that I talk to on a regular basis that, like, hey, don't post anything on Facebook, because, that hot model that only has like 8 friends, that's probably a cop,
And
Yeah, he
def,
can't even do nothing in public. He got a camera at every street corner.
yep.
Pretty much, just building the big brother around us, 1984.
We're not communists. Uh-oh.
And especially teachers shouldn't do that, I don't think.
Which, tell me, caller, what is your thought on this global warming thing? Looks like we're gonna have another Al Gore movie come out. Are humans really changing the climate, or is it a hoax, or just another excuse to tax us some more?
Well, that could go either way. Y'all ever heard of HARP?
Yes.
Weather device, yeah, weather controlling device,
It,
There you go.
military weapon
it shoots lasers into the ionosphere or something like that.
created by Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
Yeah. And took him by our government.
So they can control the weather, is what you're saying. Like they
They
can.
sure can. Look how big them hurricanes are getting. They never used to be that big.
And,
That's true,
and
that's
these
true.
storms that are flooding people, so.
Yeah.
You ever seen so much hail here in Louisiana lately?
No, I never seen that in my life.
Right.
Never
In them
seen.
60 years over here.
Yeah.
Revelations, man. So, I guess it's a hoax. It's the heart then. How about this artificial womb grows a baby sheep, and they're claiming humans could be next as far as artificially growing humans. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm against that. You're going against God with that.
Yeah.
All right, listen, look what China's doing. China done found a way to clone, and they found, what's the big old elephant things, what they call that?
Tusks?
No,
The woolly mammoth.
Yeah, all right, they got the mammoth. They want to clone a mammoth. Now, why would they want something big as a house roaming the earth with us?
Well, we cloned a sheep back in the day, didn't we?
Yeah, I know that.
And now we use the artificial womb to grow a sheep. I guess why did they always use the sheep as the test subjects, sacrifice the lamb?
I don't know, but people's
Sure.
next.
Oh yeah, people is next.
Well, and that's what a lot of conspiracy theorists say is that the government wants to take control over births and stuff, and basically that's why they want more gay people. That's why they want people to be infertile, and they want the government to pretty much control growing babies and having government issued families.
Yeah, and if your IQ is not high enough, look out.
Yeah.
Kind of like The Giver.
The elite.
Read that
The
book.
elite want this planet to go back down to about what is it? 2 million. Where
Yeah, they
we're
want to
2
depopulate,
billion,
right.
yeah.
2 billion.
2 billion, and there's
yeah.
about 8 billion now.
Yeah. So and they're gonna do it.
Most likely.
So
They've been trying that for many years.
yeah.
They're going to succeed one day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Without a doubt. So, what else is on your mind, caller?
Oh, not too much, man.
Are you a Star Wars fan? May the 4th be with you.
May the
not
4th
at
be
all.
with you.
Not a Star Wars fan. Okay, well, since Disney bought it, they've come out with like a ton of movies. They got like cartoons. It's a big, huge franchise. Like they're making probably like $1 trillion off that.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I guess not a big
Let me
fan.
ask you something. I'm going to disguise my voice and I'm going to disguise my voice and tell me who this is.
Who dat?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah, Macho Man! Snap into a Slim Jim.
Hey, remember Rodney Mack?
Rodney Mack, yes I do.
Good good friend of mine. I watched him grow. I've been knowing him since he was a baby.
The big dog.
He's big, bro.
Yeah, a buddy of mine trained with him. And then he married to
Jazz.
Jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he's champions of like a lot of promotions.
Yeah.
Hey, caller, just wanted to get your opinion on repeal and replace Obamacare.
There you go.
How do you feel about that?
It fits everyone. Don't leave the poor people out.
So, were you on Obamacare ever?
No,
Okay.
I'm disability.
Oh, okay.
I got hurt trying to find all for everybody.
So, do you know why people celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people in America really don't know why we celebrate it.
I don't know why we celebrate because we have a large population of Hispanics. But that was they fought against the French a couple of times, and then the French gave up.
Yep.
That's
Good.
what that's all about.
Very good.
I know my
That's it.
history.
Yeah.
Well, of course, most people of the older generations do know their history, but you ask somebody like 15, 20 years old nowadays,
Absolutely.
they're not getting that one.
No, I'm amazed by what you know about the presidents and all that. It's really I
Surely.
like that
Back
a lot.
then, people would read books.
Everyone on a bill is dirty, man.
Everyone in the who?
Everyone on a bill is dirty. Like they say, the $100 bill.
Oh, Andrew Jackson.
That's a $20 bill.
What's your thought on the taking down of all the monuments in New Orleans?
Oh,
I'm for that.
You're for the taking down the monuments.
Yeah, because it just promotes hatred, really.
Well, I mean, why is it hatred?
history is hatred.
Because it's the history. The only ones that really helped the slaves was the Cajun people.
So do you think like the Romans like took down their statues of Julius Caesar because he hated some people and conquered some countries?
I have no idea. That was way before.
I mean, yeah, it's just history, and so it's like, yeah, back then slavery was legal, it was kind of normal, and so like, I don't think our forefathers should be demonized necessarily. I mean, and sure, hey, slavery's wrong, whatever.
No, but they take all the monuments, put it in a museum, and then
Museum, that's more like it. Yeah, we can do a museum.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Don't destroy them.
All right,
No,
well,
don't destroy them. I'm against destroying them.
surely. And what-
Hey, caller. Ulysses S. Grant.
Ah,
What about him?
What bill is that?
Ooh,
$1,000 bill.
No.
that's the 50, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the 50.
Got you.
Well,
What bill is it on?
the 50.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't see that too often.
Yeah, I wish I saw more of those.
Yeah, me too.
So, well, caller, we appreciate it, and yeah, give us a holler next week. We're on live Thursday at 6 every week.
All right, gentlemen.
All right, you have a good night, man.
Thanks a lot.
All right, later.
So how about that? 2 back-to-back calls.
Nice.
Pretty good calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They called us clowns, but
Well, it is what it is. We kind of are. I mean, we got to entertain the masses here.
Absolutely.
Who else can fill 56 minutes of
All we're doing-
awesomeness?
all we're doing is questioning things. That's
Exactly. Let's see. You got another note?
it. Sure. I got, what's the year? What year is it really? It's Jesus' birthday, right? It's Jesus Christ's birthday right now, or whatever. It's 2017.
Sure.
Like, what year is it really? You know what I mean? Like
6 billion or something, or like 65
Why?
million, or
why did the church change that? Well, I mean, like,
It's a new age. Like it's based on the stars, and like we go through the 12. Like right now, we're in the age of Pisces, and we're going into the age of Aquarius.
We're already in the age of
Yeah,
Aquarius.
I think we're shifting
Yeah.
into the age of Aquarius now.
It's just funny to me that Jesus died, and then all of a sudden, like year one, Jesus was one. Year two, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's just strange. That's strange to me.
So yeah, I'm sure there'll be all kind of prophecies that'll be fulfilled. Here, we'll have a savior.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll never know.
College debt. I mean,
Oh, it's bad.
yeah. Still paying off my loans, and I'm a dropout.
Beauty
So,
school dropout.
Yeah. Immigration issues. Down by 60 to 70%.
Less immigration.
Which makes me think that should we really spend all this money on a wall? You know?
And they're just, I guess, more intimidated of the Trump administration and the enforcing of regulations.
Yeah, he enforced, and it's already down 60 to 70%.
Yep.
So, should we really build this big, beautiful wall? You know what I mean?
Well,
I
right.
don't know. I mean, it'll create jobs.
Sure.
Yeah, go build the wall.
Well, like I heard something about how they were gonna seize Mexican drug money that.
Oh yeah,
and,
to pay for it. Yeah.
So, let's see. I got Darren Sharper appealed his rape sentence, and the court rejected it.
Darren Sharper was
Why is
on the
he
Super
raping
Bowl.
people?
He was on the Super Bowl beef.
He was on the Super Bowl Saints, and he freaking goes and rapes people.
Do you really have to?
What an idiot.
If you're Darren Sharper, do you really have to rape people?
What an idiot.
Can't you just pay for it?
So, no appeal for you! Let's see. Nigerian court ruled that Coca-Cola is unfit for human consumption.
All right. But Pepsi is.
Maybe Pepsi owns Nigeria.
Yeah,
courts.
yeah. Pepsi's fine.
Yep. Let's see.
Hawk attacks.
Mm-hmm.
There's a neighborhood, a suburban neighborhood, where hawks are attacking the people. Isn't that strange? They're hitting them in the back of the head and
Dang,
clawing them. Hawks. I thought that was strange.
Always
Why?
didn't like Seahawks.
Why are they attacking suburbia?
It's crazy, folks.
Truman Show. Isn't that a great movie?
Truman Show is a good movie.
How do you feel about that? I think we're living in one right now.
It's getting there. It's getting there. Basically, your phone and your smart TV and all that stuff is got a camera on you at all times, and your sound devices that record you, and we're getting to where everybody's gonna have their. You could probably let me watch the Chris Cadlick channel, and let me go flip over to the Jan channel, and and then the Nayday channel, and then watch myself on TV.
Will you actually believe that we went to the moon?
Sure, why not?
That's what you believe?
Yeah, why not?
No, I don't believe that.
Maybe not like the actual moon landing that they showed on TV, but yeah, probably got a moon base,
Yeah, they're talking about going to Mars.
Well, NASA hadn't really done anything in the last 30 years, because it's been secret space program stuff,
Yeah, but can we just stop over on the moon right quick? Because we went there 6 times in the fucking 60s or 70s. Sorry about that.
Censor.
We went there 6 times.
Yeah, apparently.
7,
Speaking
I
of the
think.
moon, I wrote down something about the moon cycles.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Well, we already talked to him.
Let's just hear what he has to say.
Well, we only got a minute left.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you got to wrap it up real quick. What you got, man?
Yeah, there was no moonwalk because there's no gravity on the moon. And the old films, if you look at it real good, the flag is waving and dust particles from his boots is dropping.
Oh, there's so much evidence against it. You're probably right. It was Hollywood filming, but we got to let you go, caller. We only got about 30 seconds left in the show, man. So have a good night. So that's gonna do
I
it
like that
for yeah. Good caller, good caller. I hope you call in next week. We're gonna also appreciate Aunt Cadlick for calling in. It's been a good show, and yeah, nothing but love for you, Katiana.
Higher thought.
For Chris Cadlick, I'm Nate A. Engaged. What?
Ready to discover.
So that'll do it for us. Tune in next week on May 11th for Higher Thought.
Yeah, because the YouTube people are still on.
We still are.
Oh,
I think we're on
we're-
AOC
oh, we're
too.
still on, yeah.
Until we go to like 56. We just don't have our timer set, so we're just killing it till
Yeah,
we go to
yeah.
Oh, and it's 56. Yeah. So have a good night, folks.
Thank you, the Katiana. That was fun.